11. Asking for Trouble, Gino's finale. With the hair-breadth rescue of Courtauld, the bar had reached its dramatic climax and happy denouement. The destruction and abandonment of the ice cap station spelled the end to Gino's plan to man a weather post through a full year, and weeks before that the even bolder plan to fly a gypsy moth, or even two, all the way by skips and junks from Anmasalik to Winnipeg had to be scrapped, thanks to the serious damage incurred by the planes and to their limitations even when airworthy. The great retrospective irony for the bar is that it was not the atmosphere above the ice cap that would prove of vital scientific importance, but the billions of tons of ice beneath the surface. 50 years later, beginning in the 1980s, scientists would retrieve ice cores from the ice cap that ultimately told the history of the last 110,000 years of the climate of the whole Earth. The Gertrude Rusk, the only ship of the year to stop at Anmasalik, so keenly anticipated by the Inuit, was due to arrive as early as July the 28th. Originally, the plan had been for all 14 men to board the ship for the cruise back to Copenhagen. Nothing would have been more logical than to use the month and a half between Courtauld's return to base and the arrival of the ship than to tidy up some of the mapping projects along the nearby coast, maybe make one more attempt on Mont Peril, then head home with a solid year's worth of discovery and research under the team's collective belt. But just as Gino seemed to minimize the close call and extended agony that Courtauld had endured, so his mind was aflame with further exploits of discovery, each of which by itself would have amounted to a healthy menu for most of the Greenland expeditions before the bar. Gino Watkins was one of those rare explorers for whom no wilderness adventure ever lasts long enough. On the same day that Courtauld reached base camp, he sent a wireless message to Molly. Got back from ice cap today, fit as an orchestra, terribly sorry, kept you so long without news. 2 days later, in a letter to his fiancée, he insisted, this press rot is all completely obscene. The incident was very mere. Courtauld learned from a telegram sent by his parents that they were not very happy about having spent thousands to send Captain Areberg to his rescue. As usual, he blamed himself. I have been very rude to everybody about this absurd relief, he wrote Molly. I don't suppose my parents will speak to me again. Of course, it was Gino's wireless alert to the world that had set in motion not only the newspaper headline frenzy, but the rescue efforts launched.